Hey guys, today we're going to be learning a card trick that I like to call the almost impromptu invisible deck. Now if you don't know what the invisible deck is, it's basically one of the best card tricks in the world. Just type it into YouTube and you'll see a lot of performances of the invisible deck. However, this version is a little different as it's almost impromptu, as it says in the title of the video, and it uses a regular pack of cards, which is one of the main advantages of it. Let's take a look at the performance. So we'll just get a card selected. We'll go with the 9 of diamonds, and this 9 of diamonds is just going to get lost in the centre of the pack like so. And now we just place the deck down on the table, and if I had a spectator, I'd just ask them to imagine that they can take their card out invisibly, turn it the opposite way so it's now face up, and place it back in the pack. But as I don't have a spectator, I'll just do that myself. So I'll take the selected card out of the pack, turn it face up, and put it back into the pack. Just like that, it's just happened. You don't believe me though, do you? Take a look. If we spread the cards out, look, there's one face down card. And if we take a look at that face down card, I'm pretty sure that it is your 9 of diamonds. And look, none of the other cards are the opposite way, just the selected 9 of diamonds. So that's what it looks like. Let's get into it. Okay, so the secret to this effect is actually a double backer is used, and that is why I've called it the almost impromptu invisible deck, because it's not completely impromptu, as you do need some preparation, as you need to carry and a double backer around with you. But other than that, that's all the preparation you're going to need. You just put that double backer on top of the pack and you're ready to go. Now in last week's episode we discussed how to make double backers. I gave 2 different methods, by using double stick tape and actually another method where you split the cards and then glue the different layers back together to create a double backer, which was more complicated but gave a better double backer in my opinion. As well as doing these other 2 methods, you can also buy them. For example, this deck here, which is the Artifice Purple deck, this deck came with this double backer, so I didn't need to go out and buy any special double backers or make them for this deck. It just comes with one. So you'll find that from lots of special decks, they'll come with double backers with them. But if you don't have a double backer, just make one. I'll link that video where I taught how to make them on screen and down in the description below. Go and check that video out. And once you've made your double backer, come back to this video and I'll show you how to do this effect. So once you've got your double backer card, you're just going to place it on top of the deck, as I said, and you're ready to begin the effect. So to start the effect, you're just going to need a card selected. So in this case, we'll just go with the Jack of Clubs. Okay, so once you've had the card selected and they've remembered the card, you've got your double backer on top of the deck, but you're not going to reveal you've got a double backer there, obviously. You're just going to place that Jack of Clubs, that selected card, back into the middle of the pack and control it to the top using any method you want to. So I'm just going to use a pass there, and if you want to know how to control cards, I'll just leave my tutorial to my video on basic card controls up in this corner here and down in the description below. Go and check that out to learn how to control a card. But using that card control there, I've just controlled that Jack of Clubs to the top of the pack, and in the same motion I've also moved my double backer to the middle of the pack. Okay, so in just that one card control, that selection has come to the top and that double backer has gone to the middle. And that's going to be important later on in the effect. Okay, so next what you want to do is you can do some false cuts if you want to. So you could do this one right here. If you don't know how to do that false cut, I'll link my tutorial to that cut in the top right hand corner and down in the description below. Go and learn that. But a false cut is not really that necessary. You can just leave it out if you want to, and you can just place the deck down on the table because you don't need to do any more controls or any more sleight of hand for a while yet. This is the bit of the trick where you're just going to talk to the spectator. So as you saw in my performance, you're just going to say, okay, I want you to imagine you pulling out your card from the middle of the pack where you placed it, turning it around and placing it back into the center of the pack, so it's the opposite way. So they're going to do that, they might mime it, whatever you want, and once they've taken their card out, apparently, invisibly, turn it over and put it back in, you say, okay, it's really happened, watch. You can do some magical gesture if you want, anything like that, and you're just going to turn the pack over. So what you don't want to do is spread the cards out with them all face down, because if you spread them out face down, there aren't any face up cards because it's a double backer that's going to create the illusion their card is the opposite way. What you want to do is, after they've turned their card over, you do the magical move and then turn the whole deck over so it's all face up, and then spread out, and because of that double backer in the center of the pack, it'll create the illusion that their card has turned the opposite way. Now, of course, they can't see the face of this card because it has no face, and it's like this. They believe that the card is face down, so they won't think, oh, that's a double backer. They'll just think that's a face down card. So don't worry about them thinking this is a gimmick. They won't even think about that at all. You're going to spread through, have that card in the center, keep spreading, but don't spread to the very end, because if you spread to the very end, you'll reveal that their selected card, the Jack of Clubs, is on top of the pack, and we don't want them to see that, because we want them to believe that the Jack of Clubs is this card right here. So you turn the cards face up, you spread through, there's one card in the center, spread through a little more, don't go to the very end. You say, look, there's one card face down right in the middle of the pack where you turned it over. One of the great things about this as well is that in the start of this effect, they put their card back in the middle of the pack, and the card that's turned face down is also in the middle of the pack. So it creates this great illusion that this really is their card. So once you've displayed this card that's the opposite way, you're just going to take it out of the pack, lay it down on the table, close up the spread, and flip over the pack again. Careful not to flash that jack. So once you've turned the deck over again, you just take this card, put it back onto the pack, get a pinky break under the top two cards, do a double lift, and pass off that one selected card onto the table, leaving you clean. The double backer is now in second position. You're completely clean. You can just show, look, that Jack of Clubs is that card face up in the middle of the pack, and it creates a really great illusion. So I'll just cover that again. You spread through, get to that double backer, lay it down on the table, and as you pick up the double backer, being careful not to flash that it is a double backer at all. As you're picking it up, you can do a wrist curl, get a break with your pinky under the top card, which is their selection. Get that break, do a double lift, and you're clean. You're completely clean. This is one card, double backers here. You can do a fan and show all the cards are face down. And then when you've completed the effect, you can just get rid of that double backer somehow. You can just put it back in the box, or just palm it away, anything like that. And that is the end of the effect. So it's a really powerful effect that uses just one double backer and creates the same sort of amazing trick that the invisible deck does. Okay guys, that's it for this tutorial. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, favourite, comment and subscribe. And if you want to see some more of these videos where I use gimmick cards and the effects, leave a comment down below, tell me what you want to see, or if you want to see some entirely different effects altogether. Also, if I didn't say already, the deck I've been using in this video is the Purple Artifice deck. If you want to pick it up for yourself, I'll leave a link to the Illusionist website where you can get this deck. And I also might do a deck review on this deck in the future as well. As always guys, this has been Complete Deception, and I'll see you later.